Welcome to Everett, Washington, home to the Boeing Everett Factory, the largest building in the world by volume. This massive facility covers 98 km space. Today, we're taking you inside to witness how these incredible machines are built. The Boeing 747, nicknamed the Queen of the Skies, is perhaps the most recognizable commercial airplane ever built, with its dome flaps and symbol of a change in ingenuity.
The story began in the mid-1960s when Pan American Royal was out. In 1968, the thought of Boeing to build a twice as big changed in the sky.
Every Boeing 747 is composed of approximately 6 million parts. These components manufactured where the version of produced component shape and bunch shipping and errors happens where the math semi is. About 15 rail cars arrive at the factory every day, carrying major components from across America and around the world. Many large parts first arrive through the Rhino journey to the factory. Step inside, and you'll understand why this building holds the Guinness World Record for largest volume. The scale is almost impossible to comprehend. Workers look like ants moving around blue whales. From observation decks high above, visitors can watch aircraft take shape. Moving these massive components requires an equally massive crane system. 18 crane miles of the factory cranes, 18 forcing time. Assembly begins with the wings, specifically the wing spars. These are the backbone structures running through each wing. They're manufactured at carry solar or a second driver to steer. In one section of the factory, workers construct the wings from the ground up. Starting with the spars as the backbone, they add ribs. It's painstaking work that requires incredible precision. Every rib must be positioned perfectly. A fraction of a millimeter off could affect the entire aircraft's performance. These workers are among the most skilled in the world, with decades of experience between them. Meanwhile, in another part of the factory, fuselage sections take shape. The 747's body is built in large barrel sections, each one stuffed with wiring, plumbing, and hydraulic systems before they're joined together. A 747 contains hundreds of miles of wiring, enough to stretch from Seattle to Portland. Each wire is carefully routed, labeled, and connected according to intricate engineering diagrams. The center wing box is where everything comes together, literally. This massive structure connects the legs and carries the weight of the entire aircraft in flight. It's one of the most heavily loaded parts of the airplane. When the wings are complete, they're hoisted several stories high by crane and moved to the mating bay. Watching a 747 wing, longer than the Wright brothers' first flight, floating through the air is an unforgettable sight. This is wing mating, one of the most critical operations in aircraft assembly. The wing is carefully lowered onto the center wing box while workers guide it into position. Once aligned, massive titanium bolts are inserted to lock the wings in place. Each bolt is designed to carry tremendous loads, and each one is installed with precision and care. Next, the middle fuselage section is lowered and attached to the wings. This is where the airplane truly begins to take shape, the wings and body coming together as one.
The forward fuselage, containing the cockpit and that distinctive 747 hump, is now lifted into position. This section will become the nerve center of the aircraft, where pilots will command this massive machine.
The aft fuselage, the tail section, is the last major body component to be joined. When it slides into place, the airplane's skeleton is finally complete. Take a moment to appreciate what you're seeing. A complete Boeing 747 fuselage, over 70 meters long, with that unmistakable hump that has made it an icon of the skies. The vertical stabilizer, the tail fin, is now installed. Standing over 60 feet tall, it provides directional stability and carries the Boeing logo that will be seen around the world. The horizontal stabilizers are attached next. These surfaces control pitch and help keep the aircraft level in flight. Like everything on an airplane, they're installed with precision and care. Now the landing gear is installed. A 747's main landing gear has 18 wheels, 4 on each of 4 main gear trucks, plus 2 nose wheels. This massive system must support over 400 tons at landing. To test the landing gear and systems, 14,000-pound counterweights are hung from the wings. These simulate the weight of fuel and help verify that everything works correctly. This is a major milestone, the aircraft standing on its own wheels for the first time. If you've done that, there are many, many important steps behind you already, and you have a very clear path of what lies ahead. Inside the cabin, workers install passenger seats, overhead bins, galleys, and lavatories. A typical 747 can carry over 400 passengers in a 3-class configuration, enough to fill a small village. The upper deck, that iconic hump, is typically configured for first or business class. In early 747s, a spiral staircase led to an exclusive lounge. Some airlines even installed piano bars up here. The cockpit, or flight deck, is the most technologically complex part of the aircraft. Modern 747s feature glass cockpits with digital displays, flight management computers, and advanced autopilot systems. Near the end of assembly, the engines are installed. A 747 typically uses 4 engines, each one masterpieces of engineering containing thousands of precision components. Each engine fan blade is precision machined from titanium and polished to perfection. During operation, these blades spin at thousands of RPM, moving enough air to empty a large swimming pool in seconds. Initiating hydraulic test.
Hydraulics stable at 3,000 psi.
Electrical systems next. Load test. Electrical load at 95% and avionics. A 747 can carry over 50,000 gallons of fuel, enough to drive a car around the world several times. The fuel system is meticulously tested for leaks and proper operation. When assembly is complete, the massive factory doors open. These doors stand 87 feet high and up to 350 feet wide, large enough to accommodate 747. The moment every worker waits for, rollout. After months of assembly by thousands of workers, the Queen of the Skies is ready to meet the world. Outside, the aircraft joins others awaiting their next steps. The ramp at Payne Field often holds multiple 747s in various stages of completion, a testament to American manufacturing capability. Next stop, the paint hangar. A 747 requires hundreds of gallons of paint, weighing over 500 pounds when dry. The paint job isn't just for looks, it protects the aircraft from corrosion and UV radiation. Every airline has its own livery, the distinctive paint scheme that identifies their fleet. Whether it's the simple elegance of Japanese airlines or the colorful tale of Qantas, each design is carefully applied by skilled painters. With paint complete, the aircraft undergoes engine run-up tests. At full power, these engines produce enough thrust to move the aircraft forward, held in place by massive ground anchors. Then comes the ultimate test, first flight. Let's test the branding surrounded by Washington State into the South Delane, Maryland, Tieslands. Every new aircraft must prove itself before delivery. Initiating steep bank right. Control inputs stable, system is green. Engine check power response to model. Climbing, all parameters within limits. Against the backdrop of Mount Rainier, the new 747 proves its worth. This aircraft will soon carry passengers across oceans, connecting continents and cultures. After successful flight tests, the aircraft lands at Boeing Field in Seattle for final inspections and customer acceptance. This is where ownership transfers from Boeing to the airline. Let's verify the engine pylon alignment.
The logs show it was calibrated yesterday. Good, let's check the landing gear hydraulics.
Of course, we can review the reports now. Finally, delivery day. In a formal ceremony, Boeing hands over the keys, metaphorically speaking, to the new owner. Over the years, airlines from around the world,
The 747's legacy is unparalleled. Since that first delivery, the Queen of the Skies has democratized air travel, made the world smaller, and captured imaginations everywhere.
the 747's cockpit was placed high to open the nose for cargo, making it an invaluable freighter. Many will spend their careers carrying goods, not passengers. The final version, the 747-8, remains in service with airlines and cargo operators worldwide. Though passenger 747s are becoming rare, the type will continue flying for decades to come.
In January 2023, a bittersweet moment. The last 747 ever built was delivered to Atlas Air.
You have an airplane that's kind of done its duty for 50 years. These workers, thousands of them, built the airplanes that changed the world.
From the largest building on Earth to the skies over every continent, the Boeing 747 represents the best of American manufacturing. 6 million parts, thousands of workers, and countless hours of engineering, all coming together to create the Queen of the Skies. Though production has ended, the legacy lives on in every 747 still flying, carrying passengers and cargo to destinations around the world. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to All Factory World for more incredible manufacturing documentaries.